Here's what I eat for breakfast on week 7 of my 12-week challenge. I then needed to re-season my cast iron, so I thought I'd show you. It's almost dinner time, and we're gonna have some hash. It's kind of like an Oregon ground beef hash that we're having. I love it. I love that you can't really taste the organs, although I don't mind organs. It's really good for other people who mind the organ taste. I grind up my own beef heart and beef liver. I just use a food processor and use the chopping setting on the food processor. So instead of paying a couple extra dollars for the meat shop to grind it up for me, I save a couple dollars per pound and I grind it myself. It has been quite the game changer. I've done things like chicken nuggets, or I've grounded up chicken, or whatever else. You can grind up steak. Like sometimes if you get a bad batch of sirloins and they're really tough, you can totally grind them up and turn them into ground beef. All right, so portioning out about 5 ounces of the ground beef mixture. I was so confused why it was not showing the right weight, but I couldn't see the unit. It was in pounds. So then I was like, oh, let me fix that real quick. One thing I'm extremely grateful for is that my husband enjoys the same way of eating as I do. And so it's not that like divided family thing where you have to cook separate meals all the time and whatnot. So it's really, really nice. We get to have fun with it, play around with ideas, and feel like we are truly nourishing our bodies the best we can. Here we have some boiled carrots. We do a little bit of maple syrup and some bone broth in there. Might sound weird, but it's super delicious. You can add butter instead, or you can just do straight water. As you can see, we added chicken thigh, and then I topped it with some avocado. I'm a big fan of avocado, love avocado. I think it just brings such a creamy and delicious aspect to the meal. And as you can see, I'm adding some pears as a topping. So good. You can also do apples instead if you want more of a crunch. I didn't show it in the video, but I did have a cup of bone broth for my lunch or like midday snack or just meal. We make that at home and it's so delicious. Moving on to a nice sweet treat. We are having our yogurt. So we just share this bowl, and so we just dice up a bunch of fruit or get some fruit out of the freezer or wherever and put it in a big bowl. Right now we have mangoes. I am cutting up oranges, and then we'll do a banana as well. I don't know what it is about this time of year or just something in me. I have been loving oranges. I cannot get enough of them. I would love to have orange juice every day, fresh squeezed orange juice every day, oranges. I'm in a big orange mood. Okay, onto the actual yogurt that we put in. Put in about 120 grams. Sometimes we don't measure it, but around that 100 grams. We do try to get some good or better quality of yogurt. I found this at a natural grocer's, and that store tends to carry a little bit better quality of items. I think like for whole milk yogurt, kefir, low temperature pasteurized milk. We can't find raw milk. It's a good second. If you have a natural grocer's, I highly recommend checking it out. Just had our dinner, and it was the like hash with carrots, pear, and we had a chicken thigh piece, the chicken thigh. And then now we're having our snack of, not really a snack, it's kind of like our, I don't know, we just usually have yogurt with this meal. But we're getting some sun in us while doing that. So I'm going to enjoy this with my husband, and we'll catch you in the next part of the video. Alright, today we are hitting some chest and shoulders. I'm doing a new thing when I'm editing videos. I'm playing with the duration of workout exercises that I do. So I'm not trying to do, let's say, the full set. I'll try to do like half a set. So let me know what you think about that in the comments, or if you would like to see the full workouts, then also let me know in the comments. But anyway, as far as the workout goes, we are doing everything about 4 to 5 sets, and everything's 7 to 11 reps for us. That's the rep range we're in. Feel free to modify whatever rep range, whatever goal you have, just modify it to that. If you're obviously, pushing heavy weights, you can go a little bit lower in the rep ranges, or if you're going for high repetitions, then obviously, keep it that lower to moderate weight and still do your higher reps. I will say, I don't recommend the setup I have here. The seat was very far down, and you kind of like slid into it. The only reason why we hopped in one of these is there was literally no other inclined bench that we could use. So this was the best case scenario for us. And it worked out just fine, but wouldn't recommend, and I didn't love it. But still got the job done, of course. If your gym has one of these plate-loaded chest presses, like the seated ones, like I'm doing in the video, highly recommend. They may look intimidating if you've never really gone to the gym before, but super, super beneficial. I really like them. They're very effective. And honestly, the seat's comfortable. You're pushing at a good weight. It doesn't hurt my shoulders. It's really nice. Super effective, and it's really good at developing and strengthening your chest. Moving on to a dumbbell upright row. These are super great. I really like them, and you could also do them with an easy bar. Both are great options. Doing the dumbbells kind of gets you to have to pull with both arms instead of like maybe you're pulling more with your right, pulling more with your left, whatever it is. It evens out the load, and I think that's very nice. As you can see, moving on to the pool. Again, I'm going to preface, not a swimmer, not an Olympic swimmer, not a swimmer at all. I'm doing this for cardio and because it's super good for your joints and it's going to be great for my shoulder. And honestly, I love swimming as a kid. And if it's a way I can, get some cardio in and it really does get my cardiovascular, then heck yeah, I'm going to do it. I think I did like 5 total laps and 1 lap's down and back. And this is what I had for the following day's dinner. So delicious, loved it. And we watched Gary Brecka and Paul Saladino's latest podcast, which was so good.